let me share what's going on in the world of pharmacology, because there's always big news there. We actually missed this news earlier in the year. Bristol Myers Squibb, major manufacturer, has launched a variety of medicines into space aboard the SpaceX Dragon rocket. The mission was part of a commercial resupply for the International Space Station and continues research done by Bristol Myers Squibb in a previous launch back in 2020. Why are they launching their drugs into space? That's an excellent question, I ask myself. In microgravity conditions, the way different chemicals crystallize changes. For some, the crystals are larger and more well-ordered than on Earth. As one researcher said, quote, microgravity gives us higher resolution crystals that offer information we can leverage for designing new drugs. Bristol Myers Squibb hopes they will gain greater insight into complex molecules, improving biomanufacturing, and find ways to ease the delivery of high-dose therapeutic proteins. In specific, they are hoping for a way to reformulate infusion drugs, like those used to treat cancer, into simpler subcutaneous injections. That would be a really big deal if you could get your chemo just in a quick shot instead of having to sit there for hours. Mm-hmm. And then in a follow-up to a story we just talked about a couple weeks ago, major retail pharmacy giant CVS has pulled all of their over-the-counter cough and cold medications containing phenylephrine from their shelves. This follows on the heels of the FDA's advisory panel suggesting to the FDA that phenylephrine was not an effective oral decongestant. It is effective if you take it intranasally, but not orally, and CVS is preemptively pulling those from their shelves. The other giant in that world, Walgreens, is waiting until they hear the FDA's final ruling before they make any moves. Dante, now I have to ask, do you guys have other things on hand to help people out since phenylephrine is not apparently an effective over-the-counter medication?
We do. The cold and flu part of pharmacies are, there's a million options at any given point. So plenty of options, but there's plenty of combination medications, plenty of combination products that we still are carrying at this point. And so I would imagine over the coming days, weeks, months, years, that there's going to be a whole slew of reformulated combo products. So we'll probably do away with our combo products at some point, keep the stuff that's individual, the Sudafed, the guaifenesin, and the sort of the different medications, the antihistamines that work. And just, again, like I said, wait till we get the new and improved combos. That
was one of the things I thought was really interesting about this change is that while it's no good that the FDA took this long to come to these kind of conclusions, it is exciting because it will force researchers and manufacturers, hopefully, to look for more effective, better ways to treat cough and cold, because it hasn't been researched in any substantial way for decades because of the products that were on the market.
I don't expect anything major at this point to change, especially as these manufacturers are probably having to go crazy pivoting.
Yeah, retooling everything.
Yeah. But yeah, it'll just force pharmacies, pharmacists, technicians to recommend the big guns that we know work, the Benadryls, the Sudafeds, Mucinex, all the other sort of things. Tylenol by itself, ibuprofen by itself.
Just treating specific symptoms instead of, that makes sense, a combo product that's supposed to do everything, but you may not need all of those things.
Sure. Which there's no shortage of. So.
Right. Yeah.
So what were you going to say, Joseph?
Do we need to wait till SpaceX comes back with a new discovery of phenylephrine alternative or something?
Yeah, they got to send phenylephrine up to space.
I don't know if it's going to work. Maybe in space it'll work orally. Who knows? I thought that was pretty cool that they're sending drugs into space.
CVS is sending all their old phenylephrine up into space.
That's not true. We're going to get sued. You can't say that. Oh, that is...
They might be. Where else are they going to do with it?
That's a good point.
You can't just throw it in the trash.
Might as well just throw it in space.